Football, football, football. It's football. Monday night situations. You already know what it is. It's the merciful me and my man, top dog, J Mac, man. What it is, man. We're gonna run it down to you like we normally do. Monday night, man, play by play. It's the Cardinals, man. They trying to hold it down with your favorite team, the Patriots. It's looking shaky, it's looking tight, but either one of them's a toss up. You already know what it is. We had a lot of good games this week. A lot of good games. It's the race to the plate to the situation now. Everybody's running down, trying to get to the gate now, and it's really, really shaky, man. Me and my man Jay Mack, man, the McKinsey report. Y'all been following it all week, so y'all already know what it looking like, man. Jay Mack, break it down to him, man.
Yeah. Big up, everybody. Getting closer and closer to Christmas, so that means it's game time and then elimination. So we've got the grave diggers, the spoilers, and who's really stepping up to the plate. And everybody's not only just playoff contention, but playoff positioning.
Yeah,
And one
exactly.
person that's in the pole position is the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's give it out.
Let's
Give
get
them all their
that.
props. They gave it that was an ass whooping, no question about it. Giants, I can't even come up with no excuses. Barkley was hurt, receivers are hurt, defensive backs were hurt. I'm not even going to go down that line, but
It was an official. It
hats
was
off.
an official win. Hats off.
Yeah, it was just their day. Everything was clicking from get go, and Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown just had a field day in the backfield, and the defensive backs just was looking like terrible. So they just lit up the scoreboard. Anytime the Giants thought about coming, no, they got squashed. They tried to go one touchdown, then the Eagles came back with two more. They tried
Let me
one
tell you
touchdown
something.
and come back with two more. So
Everybody
what's the
gets a
man
chance.
like?
Everybody gets an opportunity. It's the
Yeah,
Eagles' year.
yeah. Any given Sunday, and they showcased everything that they can do and what they need to do. So it got so bad they turned off the whatever regional. They moved it over to the Cowboy game, which the Cowboys, they're number two in the NFC right now. There's no question about it. The Vikings took a step back. They fell to the Detroit. Shout out to the Detroit Lions
Right
for
out to the
real.
Lions.
The
Shout out to
Lions are
detail.
still in there. They're talking about conversation. They still in the conversation in December, and that hasn't happened since, as far as I can remember, Barry Sanders back in 92, 93, or something like that. I can't remember the last time the Lions were significant in conversation, still making plays. So I knew there would be a surprise because they didn't lose too many people in the offseason despite their record. And here they are, six wins, and they just not too far behind everybody else. They barking up the Giants back right now because the Giants only got 7 wins. So,
But
but
Detroit is balling right now. They balling.
yeah, Detroit. The thing with Detroit, they just got holes in their defense, and their defense either tires out and allows the team to come back, or they're just going for theirs and just nobody's really. Then they're not scoring enough. They just tank out. Either the offense tanks out or the defense tanks out, and somehow they'll have a lead and lose it, or they'll just almost win the game and not win the game.
Screech, right? They'll be screeching at the end of the game. And it
Right,
just be like,
exactly. They come into the finish line with bare tires and everything. So, but yesterday they pulled it together and they beat the Vikings and they held their ground and stuff. So it was a shootout like I expected because, again, the Vikings defense isn't that great either. And it was going to be scoreboard lit up all day long, but they held out at the end. So shout out to the Detroit Lions. Shout out to the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers went out west and did, hey, the heck with this Geno Smith nonsense. We're going to come play some defense and show you what's going on. And lo and behold, they threw Geno Smith threw about 2 interceptions. He hasn't thrown that in years. And he threw 2 interceptions. One of them turned into about 10 points, I think, if not 14 points. And the Panthers would made it easier for Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold just did what he had to do, managed the game properly.
The Panthers
They
got rid.
won.
The Panthers got rid of Baker Mayfield, and they
Right.
won a game.
And then lo and behold, Baker Mayfield. Can you explain that? How do you lose your job on Monday, sit out 3
Immediately.
plays, go on the 4th play of the game, and rally a team back? You don't even know the playbook.
He was
How
on.
did he do that? I
I
mean,
don't
it's
know.
beyond belief for me. How did he even know the playbook? He didn't know, unless he spent the whole 48 hours studying that playbook. I just didn't know how I could put in there.
I think they gave him maybe 3 or 4 plays. Just memorize these 3, 4 plays. This is the package that we running normally.
Right.
These are the 3, 4 plays.
There's no way the defensive coordinator would catch on to that eventually. I mean, the middle linebacker and everybody would do it. He was hats off to him, man. He made it happen. I'm highly impressed. I mean, that just happened. Goes to show you, give a man a new chance, a new team, new environment. You don't know what he's going to be a new man, and
he showed some things.
For now he showed his thing. So
he showed
some things. Give to him. And now the Raiders, man, we got to talk. The Raiders that's the 5th, if not the 6th game that they had at least a 13-point lead and they blow it. Again, defense is tanking in the 4th quarter. I mean, they're just 13-point lead in the 4th quarter. Come on.
I don't even like how the Raiders is moving. I don't like how their energy is not right.
It's ridiculous because they know what's going on. They got all the talent you want. You got Waller's back at tight end. You got Devontae Adams. You got Josh Jacobs running up the thing like crazy. There's nothing they could do. There's no way that you can mess this up. You should be scoring in the 40s every game. There's no way. Then you got Hunter Renfrow just as a secondary receiver. I mean, you got too much talent to really not be putting up and lighting up the scoreboard. But again, 13-point leads ain't enough. And somehow they conk out, the offense messes up, and the defense runs out of gas every 4th quarter. And now the Raiders are looking like they're about to get, I think they're 1 or 2 games out of the playoff.
The Raiders, we get ready to pass them fishing poles.
Yeah, fishing poles and golf reservations. The grave diggers are out. The grave diggers are coming to bury everybody's season. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, the latest grave digger. They put the kibosh on what's the Denver Broncos. I can't even get his name out my mouth, man.
Let me tell you something.
It's just been a sad year for Russell Wilson, man.
But he was looking good for a minute.
How bad dreams turn to nightmares, man. This was his dream. I'm gonna leave Seattle. I'm gonna just go to Denver and just light up the scoreboard. I got 3 receivers plus this rookie coming in. I got 3 running backs. I got a crazy defense, and you just stunk up the joint from top to bottom.
Let me tell you something. They had some glimpses of greatness. It was some glimpses that he looked pretty good, and my man Mahomes made a couple of mistakes along the way that was allowing him. Then Mahomes just put the foot on the gas.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that was it. Mahomes is like, nah, we're not losing to these guys. We're not. And some people are just like that. We're just not losing to these guys. They're just going to put the foot to the pedal, like you said, and just blow up the scoreboard and run them out the thing because there's no way. And they know that that's what it is. You can't take anybody lightly because you take one team lightly, you lose position. Next thing you know, you fall down in the playoff spot. You don't want to do that. You want to keep winning in December every game. The less room for error as we get closer to the end of the season. You can't make any errors. You can take an L here and there. Wouldn't be? You still make the playoffs, sure, but you want to go in the playoffs rolling.
You want to go in the playoffs strong. You want to go in strong.
Right. You want to be a machine. Like, this is what we do. This is how we do. This is how we. You have everything clicking full throttle. You know what I mean? You don't want to be stumbling into the playoffs. Oh, thank you. I'm happy to be here type attitude. And I obviously see it in Philly, and you definitely see it in Dallas. Dallas was down. I guess they overlooked or didn't take the Texans seriously. I think the spread was like 17 points, and the Texans were like, come on, bring it. You know, this is our Super Bowl. We ain't going nowhere. This is our Super Bowl right here. It's an in-state rivalry, and they almost pulled it off. But again, somehow, some way, Dax had a 99-yard drive led by Dak Prescott, and you got to give him all the credit, all the due.
All the credit.
Like, man. Incredible that he even got that far. And they banged it in. What's his name? They tried to throw it into Gallup. Gallup got walloped.
Yeah,
he got his bell wrong. Oh, my God. Today's thing, I'm surprised they let that one go because usually they're going to call you on something, targeting. It looked that bad. It was like, I got to call something.
He had to take an ice bath after that game.
Yeah, he was done. He was done. His bell was ringing. A couple of sounds. He was like, he got the Christmas song in his head for real. But but then again, the next play, Zeke went right up the middle and scored the touchdown. And then the Texans just don't have it in them. They don't have the team.
They second half don't be they second. They don't have enough of that
Right.
second half.
I mean,
by the time they get to the fourth quarter, the Texans seem like they lose all their gas and they just
right.
and they just going
What
off
is
favors.
it? I don't know. Is it the conditioning? Is it the wind sprints? I'm thinking everybody just dying in the fourth quarter. I'm just, what's going on with the whole across the league? Really, it's like there's too much scoring in the fourth and third, end of the third, fourth quarter and stuff. Everybody just lighting up scoreboards, and that kind of late time is defenses are just not doing it, and we got to figure out what's going on because this turf. You see, Kyler Murray's out for the rest of the game.
Kyler Murray is done.
Yeah, he didn't get hit. It was non-contact, so it's got to be the turf messing up his knees or something. That rubber pellets thing. I'm not sure if that's the way to go because a lot of guys are getting hurt this year. We can't overlook the amount of injuries that this year, and last year alone.
We talked about that last year. There's too many games. There's too many back-to-back games, and we're not giving these cats enough time to rest.
I'm totally with you on that. You know, we're anti-Thursday night football. That just doesn't make any sense. And you can't be running my knees this way. And if all your majority of your injuries happen on Thursday night, there's somebody got to say something about that. Perhaps we should remove Thursday night football, but. I don't know if it's the whole, spring training and less conditioning after they won that last, battle with the, how many days. I think 2 days are gone. You can't do 2 days no more. But now these guys are really tight, and it's starting to trickle down. Look at Odell Beckham. Let me just play in the playoffs. I don't want to play during the regular season.
How do you do that? You tell them they just keep me on reserve, and when the playoffs come, then put me in the game.
What kind of locker room is that going to be? I mean, come on in. We busted our butt 17 games all year long, but you just come in December and help us win the Super Bowl. That's not going to fly. That ain't going to fly. The fact that he put his mouth to even say something like that is just amazing to me.
Let me tell you something. These next few games right now is going to be real ugly for a few
weeks. Yeah. I think the big game is going to be the Buffalo-Miami game. The Jets couldn't pull it off, man. They had it. Poor Mike White. Shout out to Mike White. I hope he comes out. Everything good, because as soon as that guy hit him, and that was his second hit in the ribs. So as soon as that guy hit him, it was just whoa. And he just started breathing like Tony Romo was like, that's got to be ribs right there, because he's just breathing, trying to catch his breath like that. So hopefully not, but we'll see.
Not. But I like the Jets, man. They be showing some moxie on the field, man. So man, I hope that they can try to make a come around. But I don't know, man. It looked kind of dicey for them too.
And now that's what makes this whole thing good, because now this Jets-Lions game is looking good, because both of them trying to get into the playoffs. So both of them scratching, trying to see if they can stay in contention. That game on a Sunday is going to be make it or break it, really.
Sunday's lineup is crazy.
Yeah. And then the Panthers-Steelers game looks pretty good, too. They both scratching and trying to get in. Steelers, I thought, had it. But with a backup quarterback, the Ravens just said, "No, we got to keep up with the Bengals." Exactly. The Bengals, shout out to the Bengals, they finally beat the Browns. I think they lost like 5 games in a row to the Browns. They finally broke that jinx. So they're ready to take on the AFC North, but both of them won. So that's gonna get kind of interesting as the years go by.
The Bengals are a problem for everybody and anybody that's going to play them. Coming down the stretch, the Bengals are going to be a problem because they seem to have a balanced squad all the way through all 4 quarters.
They finally figured out that offensive line is not the Bengals that played the Dallas and laid that stink in the Dallas early in the season. This is some serious boys. They got not just 2 running backs. Perrine he's filled in nicely for Joe Mixon, and now he's really did step in anytime they ask him to step in. So that's good. So he got a backup to the backup. Chase is back. Higgins was always there. And the tight end is also back too. So they got their numbers, and Burrow has finally calmed down and figured out when his line's going to block and when they're not. So
Without question.
that's a lot.
The
That's
Bengals are going to be a problem for whoever played them down the stretch, man. I'm telling you. They one of those teams that is going to be shaky. Whoever they play, I don't care what your numbers is like. Whoever they play, it's going to be dicey.
Yeah. And they got to figure out. I think they play the Ravens one more time. And I think that'll be who wins that division. But I think they're a wild card if they don't, for sure. I think they'll be in it. The funny team is going to be Miami. Miami's got everything you need, all the defense. You got the best 2 wide receivers, 2 is on his game. But the thing is, can they play in the cold? Cats brought heaters out on the sideline. Remember back in the day, you had them sideline heaters?
They brought them sideline blowers. Them real heat, them blowers.
50 degrees. It was 50 degrees. It wasn't like 20 below. It was 50 degrees. So now they got to go to Buffalo in 7 inches of snow. How are you going to play?
They can't.
If y'all wimping out in 50 degrees in California, how you going to go upstate Buffalo in New York in December?
I don't see them beating Buffalo at all.
Nah, I think, they might be an early out if they make the wild card. If they don't win on Sunday, they're out. Buffalo should be able to clinch that division.
Yeah, I don't see them messing with Buffalo. Buffalo look too solid. They look too strong. And, for Miami, they not showing that kind of look where they're going to run through again. And then it's cold. You playing in their home, on their home turf where they love to play at. Yeah. It's not going to look good for them.
And Miami hasn't established the run yet to play in the cold. You're going to play in the cold, you got to run the ball. Can't run the ball because everything else is hurting. You know what I mean? Everything, all your neck and hanging injuries all year long. Now you in December, and you trying to tell me I got to do a 7 and go across the middle. Nah, man, in 20-degree weather, in snow, now them receivers aren't trying to hear that.
Not putting the ball. Let's run the ball. Not putting the ball up in the air in that kind of cold.
No, and the ball's going to hang differently too, right? So it's heavier and it's slicker. So it's like, you getting hit for no damn reason because, hey, it's too cold. You ain't going to catch it like you would catch it in September, October. It's a different ball altogether. So it's getting kind of interesting and it's getting kind of exciting too at the same time. We got a triple header coming up on Saturday, which is good. So they have one of them is the Buffalo Jets game. I think they play on Saturday night in NFL Network. So check that one out for sure.
That should be a good game. Buffalo Jets should be a good game.
Jets gotta reload that they're right there. They just need that push, man. They're all young, they're feisty, and they're ready to take on anybody, but they just need that one piece to put them over the ledge, man, because they were just getting. I mean, the Bills did okay, and they won the game. They stopped them in the red zone the way they should have, but there was less dumb plays like C.J. Mosley. He just jumped over the line. They had this whole trick play, faking going for it on 4th down. Knox goes under center like he's the quarterback, and C.J. Mosley jumps over the line to try to stop him. I'm like, y'all fell for that? Come on. You know what I mean? It's nowadays you got less room for error. But no mistakes needed now. It's
without question.
Without question, you got to perform like the Eagles again. Shout out to the Eagles. Everybody's gonna say you ain't say nothing about our Eagles. Yes, they won 44-22. Blah blah blah. But
you gotta give respect, and respect is due to the Eagles.
Yeah, they got all cylinders going. I think they and Kansas City are the only 2 teams right now. And Dallas have all cylinders going right now.
And I ain't gonna
the Bengals. They got a couple of tweaks. The Bengals are almost there. They got a couple of tweaks, but right now the Eagles are just like go. Dallas, they showed that they can say, "Hey, we're going to drive these 99 yards and win this damn game."
Do they play them again?
Yes, the Christmas Eve, Eagles, Cowboys. It's going to be a hell of a game. They play in Dallas, Eagles, Cowboys. It's going to be a fight. And I think if nobody's going to beat the Giants had the best chance. And now the Eagles, I think they got to play like Jacksonville and the Texans or something like that. They got to eat.
They're going to go at Dallas neck.
Yeah, so they just going to, because they're going to make a statement, right? In case we meet again in the playoffs, let me just run this down your throat right now.
They're gonna try
just
to do
in case we meet again in the playoffs, because that's the way it is.
They're gonna
Right?
try to.
We
Do their best to
really,
light
who else
fire
is
to
in
them.
NFC? After the Vikings, maybe the Niners take a step back. Shout out to Brock Purdy, though. Imagine stepping in there, dude. You are the last dude in the door in the party. You are Mr. Irrelevant, drafted 300 and whatever that is, the very last dude. And here you are going up against Tom Brady.
And you rep it.
Like, he didn't sweat a thing, man. He just had everything clicking. Receivers going. He has sweeps going, end arounds. He had the whole book, man. That was perfect, man.
Let me tell you something.
Who didn't want to beat Brock Purdy yesterday?
Let me tell you something. He had a point. He had a point to prove, and he proved it against Tom Brady.
Proved it. Called me the last man in. He was the last man into the draft, man. He's Mr. Irrelevant, as they call him.
And he proved it against Tom Brady, the GOAT.
Yes, that was like how many times? What's going on? Tom Brady never loses his first time playing against the rookies and blah blah blah, 9 in a row. I said that just shows you it just any given Sunday. Here we go.
Any given Sunday, man. Listen, man.
The Buccaneers don't have it together, period. They just don't have it together.
Yeah.
They don't look sharp. They don't look like the team. You clearly missing the head coach. Tom Brady, he ain't the same. He got Wednesdays off. I mean, it's just they're just headed for dynamite. The whole locker room.
He got Wednesdays off.
He's got it in his contract. I'll take off Wednesday. Everybody else go to work.
Unbelievable.
I mean, come on, man. That's too much, man. Too much. That's too much. And then he's supposed to be clicking. He's not the same Tom Brady. You know how I know he's not the same Tom Brady? The dude intercepted him, came up to Brady and say, "Hey, can you sign my football?" And he signed. That just goes to show you Brady. He's just got that killer instinct on and off the field. I've never seen him sign anybody else's football.
Nah, man.
Especially the kid who intercepted him, some rookie kid. Are you serious?
I'm like,
nah, he's just got a different mentality, man. But again, you can say what you want. This whole divorce thing is not cool. I mean, a man has to be, if man don't have his thing together at home, he can't be out in the world trying to handle his business when he's not comfortable at home. You know what I mean? It all goes in the same, man. It's just rough.
If your brain ain't working, how can you play the game like you're supposed to play the game?
Exactly. If you ain't got stability somewhere in your life after you get off this field, you go home to turmoil and all that. That's just no. It's not going to work. We're witnessing it right here because obviously that is not the same Tom Brady.
Not at all.
Even his rookie year, I think he's doing better his rookie year than he's doing this year. It's just he's off altogether.
All the way off. The Cardinals is making a move. 13-7. Cardinals is 13-7. You know.
Oh, okay. With Colt McCoy?
It's a game again. 13-7.
I chose the Cardinals to pull this off. Upset special.
13-7. They're gonna make the upset. They looking good. We're gonna get back to live action, man. Mac, make sure y'all look at the McKenzie report. Because coming up this next week, this Sunday, it's going to be a bomb burner. So
don't forget we got a triple header on Saturday. I might even have all my stuff out on Saturday morning.
Triple header on Saturday. We might have to talk on Saturday because
we might have to.
We might have to talk on Saturday. What's the last game on Saturday?
The last one is Bills Jets. So if you want to meet up halftime or after the game on that one, we can
that might be good. I'm gonna hit you up at the beginning of the game and let you know what's going on. But we may have to get in there Saturday for that last game and ride it out because that triple header is gonna be a situation, man.
Yeah, for real.
Listen, man. We gonna get back to live action. Y'all follow throughout the week on the McKenzie report because he's been giving it up to y'all, man. I hope y'all have really been following this dude, man, because it's there, man. He's giving y'all play by play, blow by blow, and he's giving y'all the hurts and the hits and the love and the hates. He's giving that all to y'all, man. J Mac, man, on the McKenzie report. Make sure y'all check him out. We gonna get back to live action, man. They done scored again, or they got a field goal. Patriots got a field goal. It's 13-10. So it's a game. It's a game going on, man. Let y'all get back to the game. Got Big J Mac, the McKenzie report. Y'all know I'm the merciful man. We're gonna hit y'all, see y'all again this weekend. We're on this weekend. Y'all Y'all make sure y'all see us. We're going to make sure we on this weekend as we getting down to these last few games that we going on. We're going to start doubling up to make sure y'all know that we in it like y'all in it. Y'all already know what it is, man. Football, man. Chop Cheese TV, the McKenzie Report. We done made a marriage, and it's going to be a problem throughout the rest of the season. I'm trying to let y'all know.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Always a pleasure, Merciful.
Always.
Shout out to you, man. Thank you, sir.
Without question, we're going to see y'all this weekend, man. Y'all get ready for to enjoy the rest of the game, man. And we out of there, big fella.
There you go.
Easy.